Yeah, I don't remember what you've done before, but that sounds good.
All right. Okay, well, welcome to our webinar tonight. We are so glad that you came on to join us, and we're excited to share about some back to school basics. So some really nutritional things that Stephanie and I have learned through the years of being involved with a company called Shackley that we both grew up with that has health and nutrition products. So we're going to talk to you a little bit tonight about some tips of the trade for nutritional building blocks for helping your kids to really get started and stay healthy throughout their school year. So, and really whether or not they are elementary age or even daycare up through college. So a lot of these things that we're going to share can definitely help kids even of older ages. So I think a lot of this focuses on some of the younger ages, but if you have some older kids in high school, college, and you're wondering maybe are there some other things that could support them in terms of even stress or quick and easy meals on the go, those types of things, just ask Stephanie and I, and we'd be happy to share those with you as well. Because, of course, the way you eat and your stress management has a lot to do with your immunity as well. So, again, tonight, Stephanie and I are going to talk about what is Shackley, the brand I was just talking about, and why we trust it so much as our brand of choice. And then some basic building blocks that will help support the immunity of your kids. We're going to talk about nutrition, immunity, and then some ideas for safely disinfecting as well. So this is my family. My name's April. I'm down there on the left. I have two boys. They are ages 10 and just turned 13. So I have a 5th grader and a 7th grader in the house. And that's my husband, Jay. We've been married for 17 years. So I, like I said, grew up on Shackley. Someone approached my grandfather back over 40 years ago about Shackley because he had broken his back and he was laid up with still 3 kids at home. My mom was the oldest in nurses training at the time, and he couldn't work and he needed something for his health. And so they approached him about Shackley and he said yes. And my mom started to see the change in his health and his income, and so she wanted to be at home with her kids. So she started her Shackley business shortly thereafter. They partnered up, and it's kind of all she wrote. So I grew up on Shackley. I grew up on all of the products, and I was able to see my grandfather and my mom change people's lives, both nutrition-wise and financially. And so fast forward, I went off to college, did my own thing, majored in communications, worked in television, production and corporate production. But I started to have a family and I desperately wanted to be at home with them. The television production life is kind of fast-paced and crazy. And so I looked to Shackley to do that. So these products I love. They have helped my kids through a lot of different things, and Jay and I as well. And that's kind of how I came to get to know this company called Shackley. And with that, I'll introduce my sidekick and one of my best friends that really is through Shackley that Stephanie and I met through our parents. So with that, here's Stephanie.
Oh, I want to cry. So I'm Stephanie Fanchuzo Johnson, and it's funny because April and I, our stories kind of are very much similar, a little bit different, but I'm also a 2nd generation Shackley kid, I guess you could say. So in this picture, it's me and my husband, Derek. We've been married for 12 years, and our 2 little girls, Sophia, who's 7, and Lucia, who is 5. So where my Shackley story began was also with my family. It would be 42 years ago. My dad owned one of the very first Nautiluses, aka gyms, as we know them today, in the Dayton area. And he was known for trying pretty much every fad that ever existed. And he came home one day after meeting someone who talked to him about Shackley at his gym, and he was telling my mom about it, who's very skeptical. She's a nurse, very science-oriented, very no-nonsense, and my mom pretty much told him he was crazy. But my dad really just encouraged her to at least check out information because he really thought this Shackley thing was something different. So very long story short, my mom sat and listened to some information about Shackley, was impressed, realized it wasn't just some fad. She started out with trying some cleaning products and then knew that her and my dad were wanting to get pregnant and eventually started to use today's Vitaly, which was her prenatal back then. Found out, loved Shackley so much, she started to just naturally talk about it with her friends, and little did they know they built a very booming Shackley business. My father was able to help launch our sports nutrition line in the late 80s, early 90s, and they too have helped just thousands of people on their journey toward wellness as well as financial freedom. And I also kind of had the story of just growing up, Shackley was just part of our lives. I went away to college. My story might be a little bit different than April's. I kind of just threw all my Shackley aside and had a lot of years of illness and a lot of crazy immunity issues come about. And it wasn't until I came back home, I got my crap together, got back into incorporating Shackley, that my health really just reversed for the good. And then when I had my youngest, Lucia, I just felt this passion to kind of, I had some really great pregnancies and some other really cool health testimonials with myself, and I just wanted to make it a bigger part of our lives. So then I decided to start my Shackley business. But yeah, we are really excited to share the rest of the information. I'm just going to go right into the Shackley difference. So a lot of people ask, how is Shackley different than every other brand, and what exactly is Shackley? And so Shackley is the oldest, it's the most scientifically proven nutrition and wellness company in the United States. We were actually started in 1956 officially as a company by Dr. Shackley, but we've been making innovative products since 1915, which was when Dr. Shackley actually created the first multivitamin known to this day, which is pretty cool. So we're a scientifically sound company, meaning we don't just create our products on a whim, or we don't just create them to make money or because they're the latest fad. It actually is all about the science. It's all about purity, and it's all about the safety with Shackley. And it's also all about the performance. So we want to make sure our products do what they say they're going to do. So this picture is one of my favorites. It helps show what makes Shackley different. And we are very proud and we're very confident in giving these products to our families because of what you see on this slide. So just really quick, Shackley abides by a beyond organic philosophy, which is new to a lot of folks. So you can see here, it actually reflects Shackley's belief that our quality standards go beyond the how and the where an ingredient is grown. So instead, Shackley looks to confirm the purity and potency of the ingredients from the creation of the product to the delivery of the customer. So the example I like to give is you could have an organic apple orchard right next to a non-organic apple orchard. And in reality, because of rainwater and wind, a lot of times those poor little organic apples are contaminated regardless. So Shackley goes above and beyond just knowing how and where their products are harvested and grown, and the testing is immense. So Shackley conducts over 100,000 quality tests a year and screens for over 350 contaminants, pesticides, and impurities. And that's 3 times the required amount from the USP, which is a huge, huge benefit of the Shackley difference. So where can we start when it comes to basic immunity building, especially in our kiddos or us as moms or parents in the school year, whether or not your kids are schooled in conventional schooling or at home or in a daycare? We don't have a lot of control over what we're exposed to, but we can do basic things to help strengthen our immunity. So these are just some key steps that we need to follow to help develop healthy immune systems and building blocks of nutrition. So it's kind of your basics: eat right, get plenty of sleep, exercise, supplement wisely, because it's nearly impossible for any of us to get everything we need, unfortunately, from diet alone, or we'd be eating spinach from sunrise to sunset. Maintaining ideal body weight and focusing on the positive.
All right, so we are going to talk a little bit now about where can we start for your basic immunity building. So obviously you want to start with really good nutrition to start out with. And I hope you can't hear. So sorry, my kids are getting ready for bed and being a little bit loud in the background. So speaking of kids, so if we can start with really good nutrition, and a lot of times that's really hard to get with kids, especially this day and age. I was just telling Stephanie that my boys both are not huge breakfast eaters. And that's obviously what they start their day off with. So I love having a multivitamin for them. And if anyone asks kind of where to start, if you can really start them off with a really good multivitamin, that is going to give them a really good basis. And then you can add to it from there. But just making sure that you meet their nutritional needs, a really high quality multivitamin is a great place to start. And this slide talks about our Incredivites, which is our kids multivitamin that we have. It's chewable. So it's a multivitamin for kids ages 4 to 12. Now my son is 13, and he probably started taking the swallow vitamin that we have called Vitally maybe a year ago. So I think it kind of depends as well when they can start swallowing supplements. But it's ages 4 to 12, starting out at age 4 so that it's not a choking hazard for them. So each one features 100% of the daily value of all 8 B vitamins, as well as your vitamin C and your vitamin E. It's got the vitamin D in it that is crucial to the bone building that kids need. And none of Shaklee's products have anything artificial in them. So there's no artificial flavors, sweeteners, colors, preservatives. And this comes in a natural tropical punch, grape, and berry flavored. So both of my kids have loved the Incredivites. And you can see here that for each of the nutrients found in a daily serving of Incredivites, here's what you'd have to eat. So obviously none of us is going to eat that many things. So the Incredivites really are a great way to kick off a great nutrition program for your kids. And then for ages 12 and over, we have the Vitally. This particular one is the Vitally. Our Vitally formulas, this says with iron on it. So they changed the names of them. So they now say Vitally for men and Vitally for women. I actually give my sons the Vitally for women because the main difference is that the Vitally for women contains iron, which a lot of grown men don't need, but my boys do need. So I give them the Vitally for women, and they don't care. Or Alex, at least, he doesn't. Well, Drew takes the Incredivites, but I don't even know that Alex has seen the bottle, to be honest. I just give it to him and say, here, take this. He might have a problem if he sees the bottle. I don't know. But anyway, so this is our Vitally. So this is great for moms and dads as well in terms of immunity. So not just for your kids, right? You want to give yourself strong immunity as well. So this is a great building block and a great place to start. Again, it's got 23 essential vitamins and minerals. It promotes heart, immune, bone, joint health. It is also a great prenatal as well. It has everything you need as a prenatal vitamin for women, which is really cool as well. So this is our Vitally. Again, it's our multivitamin that we recommend for ages 12 and over. Oops, sorry.
Okay, probiotics, one of my favorite goodies to talk about. So if you're not familiar with probiotics, they are extremely important to our immune systems as kids and adults, all ages. 70 to 80% of our immune system is in our gut. So that means that the healthier we can keep our digestive tract, then in turn, the stronger our immune system will be. So if you've ever taken antibiotics or your kids have ever taken antibiotics, then you've already had an experience of where your good bacteria and your bad bacteria are both pretty much destroyed, and you need to ramp up of that good bacteria again. And actually, this not long ago, my youngest, who's 5.5, had her very first case of strep, and therefore it was her very first antibiotic at the age of 5.5. And about 2 hours after she took her antibiotic every day, I gave her extra probiotics. And just to kind of really up the ante on getting the good bacteria production going in her system. But anyway, so we do need to keep a good supply of the good bacteria in our guts. And this is our wonderful, this is an old label, but this is the same exact product. So this is our Optiflora Probiotic Complex. My girls take one of these every morning along with the Incredivites that April just talked about, and another product that we're going to talk about a little bit later. So what is unique about our probiotic is that we have a patented triple layer encapsulation, which you can see in this picture. So this is actually designed for live delivery of probiotics to the large intestine, which is where they need to go to provide the greatest benefit to our bodies. So unfortunately, a lot of other probiotics may not ever reach the large intestine as they should, because they're actually killed off by the stomach acid. But our triple encapsulation actually guarantees that that little tiny capsule there is going to survive through your stomach acid, and it's not going to deliver the probiotics until it reaches where it needs to reach. So you know that you're getting exactly what the label says you're getting. So that is our original probiotic, and in the last year, Shaklee actually launched what we're going to refer to as an advanced probiotic. It's called Optiflora DI, and it's actually, a lot of people will take it with the other little pearl, but you don't have to. Regardless, it's clinically proven to help with digestion and immunity, and it has 10 billion CFUs with 4 bacterial strains, and that includes this tongue twister of a powerhouse I never can say it right, Bifidobacterium lactis HN019. So it's clinically proven to support digestion and immunity. Like I said, it's laboratory tested again. It survives the stomach acid. This is a little capsule that you can actually like break open. And so the outside capsule is not the stomach acid part, it's what's in the capsule. So I've known friends who have broken this open and put it in like apple juice to give to their kids. I actually, funny story, so yesterday, Sophia, I noticed she looked like she had a little cold sore forming on her lip. Of course, tomorrow's picture day at school. And of course, it's our first week in school. And I'm like, oh my gosh, all the kids coming, like just germ city. So long story short, she took one of these before bed. She had one this morning with her normal vitamin regimen, and her lip just looked horrible this morning. And I sent her to school with Carmex, and I told her to keep putting it on her lip. When she came home from school, her cold sore it's still there a smidge, but like it is hardly noticeable. Now, whether I can credit that to the upped probiotics in her system, I don't know exactly, but I would like to think that it could not have harmed anything. If anything, it only helped just with the immunity aspect of the probiotic. So anyways, these are great for kids, for adults. And it's a proprietary formula, and like I said, it does not get eaten up by your stomach acid, so you know that you are getting all that immunity goodness going right where it needs to go. And then vitamin C. So my kiddos also take 2 chewable vitamin C every morning. So their morning vitamin routine is 2 Incredivites, the multivitamin, 2 chewable C's, and one of the little tiny pearl probiotics. With every once in a while, I'll give them one of those advanced probiotics. But we have 2 different forms of vitamin C at Shaklee. We have a sustained release vitamin C, that's like a swallowable one. We also have chewable vitamin C. So we actually have the first sustained release vitamin C that uses all natural plants, plant gums and waxes, and it slowly releases it over 5 hours. So I know a lot of folks say, well, if I up my vitamin C, I'm just going to void it out when I'm going to the bathroom all day. And yes, that is true, except ours is sustained release. So it's not all just going to come in and come out. It's actually going to be absorbed by the body and do what it needs to do. So, and one of the vitamin C's is equivalent to 1.5 oranges. For the chewables. Now for the sustained release, through those 5 hours, every hour when it's released, that's if it's the vitamin C equivalent of 1.5 oranges each hour. So it's pretty cool. So a lot of vitamin C is depleted in our bodies due to stress, infections, illnesses, surgeries, anxiety, pollution. And so as we age, There's a greater need to regenerate collagen also, which also requires vitamin C. So there's tons of benefits to vitamin C. You can kind of see here, a lot of us know of it just to be a general antioxidant and immunity builder. But here's a bunch of other things that they're listed that vitamin C is wonderful for. And then, like I said, the chewable vitamin C, it's 100 milligrams in each little vitamin C. And it's great for kids or adults who even have difficulty swallowing. You can crush them, put them in juice. They are actually really good. My kids have been taking them for years. They refer to them as their Shackley candy. They're like tart, like it's kind of like sweet tartish, but without all the junk in a sweet tart. Yeah, we always keep a bottle of those chewables here, and Derek and I will take them as well. So they are a great addition.
Agreed.
Mhm.
Okay, next we're going to talk a little bit about protein. So this here is a slide of our Life Shake, which is our protein shake. So protein's important because it's essential for all of us, and it's an important building block for our bodies. So the Life Shake is a non-GMO protein. It's dairy-free. It's available in a soy formula as well as a plant-based formula, a non-soy formula. It's packed with nutrition. It is available in strawberry, chocolate, vanilla, and cafe latte. So what you do is you can mix it in your choice of milk. You can use almond milk, soy milk, whatever you want to use. Some people even mix it in water. And you can mix it up. You can drink it straight up, like make it with a shaker cup, a protein shaker cup. That's actually the way, surprisingly, my 13-year-old likes it. And when I said that to my son, neither of them are big breakfast eaters. That's not a lie. They really aren't. So a lot of times, this is what my son's breakfast is in the morning, especially my 13-year-old. He just doesn't like to think about it. He doesn't like to worry about it. And this keeps him full up through to lunchtime at school for him. So he just drinks it straight up in like a 1% milk is what he drinks it in. You can also mix it in a smoothie. However, that's the way I think a lot of people drink it. So you mix it up with frozen fruit, a little bit of nut butter, peanut butter. You can mix it with veggies. So really make it up however way you want to with a smoothie. I love the strawberry with frozen strawberries, strawberry.
Mm-hmm.
That's really yummy. I also really like the vanilla with peanut butter. I like a teaspoon of peanut butter in it and ice. But really you can mix it up however way you want to. My one friend, her daughter just loves to like experiment with adding, different flavors and with it making her own concoction. So they are coming out with some seasonal flavors coming out as well. So I know there's one coming out in the fall, and then there'll be a holiday flavor as well. And those only come out for a limited time until they're sold out. And a lot of times those special flavors sell out quickly. But there's a prebiotic from Ancient Grains that comes in the protein as well. Again, it's got all the vitamins, 23 vitamins and minerals included in it. It has 20 grams of protein. There is 0 added sugar to it. And it is cholesterol free, 6 grams of fiber. You can see here, actually all of Shackley's products are gluten free. So I'm actually celiac. And so I can use any of Shackley's products, which is a complete blessing. And it's also vegan. So both of our plant, the soy and the plant proteins are vegan proteins. The plant protein is made of pea, organic chia, and organic pumpkin protein. So that's what makes up that. And if you'd like to try a sample of either the plant protein or the soy protein, you can ask Stephanie or I, and we would be happy to get that to you along with some recipes that you could use with the shakes as well. You can also make protein balls out of them. I know Stephanie and I both do that, like add peanut butter and oats and the protein together. So that's a really yummy snack that my boys like. So if you're interested in this, let us know. We'd be happy to send you some recipes. So that is the Life Shake that we have. And then another protein that we have that is great for littles is our meal shakes. And I actually adore the meal shakes as well. They're actually a whey protein. So you have kids with milk sensitivities. This may not be for them. It is a bit sweeter than the Life Shakes, but they come in a French vanilla and a Bavarian cocoa. I know Stephanie's daughter loves the French vanilla.
Yes.
My younger son prefers the meal shakes over the life shakes. But I'm like, that's great. If you will drink one of these in the morning, I'll be happy. He drinks the chocolate one, and he really likes it hot. So in the wintertime, sometimes it's hard for me in the wintertime to grab a smoothie to want to mix that up cold. I don't know why. After I get the kids to school, I just want something hot. If it's not my coffee, I like to mix up the meal shake hot, and it's like a hot cocoa. And so again, there's a lot of vitamins and minerals in this. Again, no artificial flavors. So it really is a great option for before school, after school, anytime during the day.
My new thing is I've mixed frozen riced cauliflower in with it, and
What?
my kids have no idea. It's like icy. It's like magic. Yeah.
The meal shake or the life shake?
Yeah, in the vanilla meal shake. It's really good.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
You.
So, yes. Okay, so this is probably one of my most all-time favorite products that we have. This is our Vitalized Immunity. At the big box store product, I don't want to compare it with it, but I like to say, if any of you have ever had the, what is that, Emergency or the Airborne or something, where you put the little effervescent tab in the water, that's what kind of supplement this is as far as how you use it. So, excuse me, it is a great immunity booster. Well, I like to refer to this as something that you would use when you start to first feel that tickle in the back of your throat. You start to feel really worn down, or your kids are coming home from school and they're like, Mommy, I just don't feel good. This is kind of like my go-to. I also gave Sophia one of these last night when her cold sore looked like it was on, the road to explosion. She drank one of these down. We call this a fizzy in our house. So it is a great product. It provides nutritional support to help support your entire immune system. One of these little effervescent tabs has the equivalent of 16 oranges of vitamin C, and it has a proprietary blend of 19 vitamins, minerals, and herbs, things like echinacea and zinc. I think it's like Japanese honeysuckle. And you would just dissolve one in like 4 to 6 ounces of water. I've done it in like honest juice for my kids. I've done it in hot water for myself as like tea. It's sweetened with monk fruit, so it's not sucralose or any kind of artificial sweetener. We always have at least one of these little canisters with 15 tabs in my little natural medicine cabinet at all times. I swear by this. It is something my husband and I both go straight to. Like I said, it's kind of that go-to thing for when you just start to feel worn down. Little kids can do half of one. I've given Sophia and Lucia both whole ones at times. It just depends. But half of one for a kiddo is totally fine too. So that is a great thing. Oh, and here you go. Here's the airborne visual. So you can see exactly it's bioavailable, which means, if you're not familiar with that term, that it is absorbed. We have research to prove that our supplements and products are fully absorbed by the body, which if you ever want the landmark study info, April and I would be happy to give it to you. So nothing artificial and naturally sweetened. And then you can, of course, just kind of look over at the airborne. Unfortunately, there's a lot of synthetic ingredients, artificial stuff, and artificial sweeteners. So you're getting just an overall cleaner product with Vitalized Immunity. And I also have, if anyone wants a sample of that, I'm happy to give you one. In fact, I have been known to drop those off at people's doors.
Yes.
Kind of odd.
If you hear someone.
I've literally dropped them off for my friend at the gym at like 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is not a product that you consume, but this is our one main disinfectant product that I think disinfection and germs in school and dirty kids, it all goes together this time of year. So Basic G is our kind of form of what the big box stores would call Lysol, which we all know about, and bleach, except it is safe and it works. It lasts forever. So never have to buy any form of like bleach or Lysol ever. So in fact, I think if everyone knew about Basic G, they probably would feel confident that they wouldn't have to buy bleach or Lysol. So especially around kids, just with the lack of safety with cleaning products these days. So this is the best choice for all disinfecting needs. So I use this to clean my toilets. I use this to clean my countertops. My kids spray this when they help clean their bathroom. I've scrubbed showers with it. I clean up after I cut chicken with it. It actually is EPA registered. It's clinically effective against Salmonella, Hep B, Hep C, MRSA. We actually, April and I both have a link that we could send you if you're interested with all the different pathogens that it kills. And one fun fact is this bottle that you see in this picture, one of these bottles makes 64 gallons of cleaner, and it's like $20 or something like that.
Yeah.
So when we moved into our new house almost 4 years ago, I had 3 cleaners. I had Basic G, I had our Basic H all-purpose cleaner, and I had our Scour Off, which is like our heavy-duty paste. So I cleaned like my entire tri-level with like, if you average it out, it was like $2 worth of product. So it's a great product. If only every classroom in America could have it and kids could clean their own desks without gloves, it'd be great.
Yeah.
That is another great product that we have.
All right, so this is the last slide to wrap it up. We just wanted to tell you, so if you are already a Shackley member, you can just talk to Stephanie or I, and we can help you direct you to these products on the website if you're interested in ordering them. Or if you have any questions about anything we talked about, or you want more information on products possibly for your older student, college student, just let us know. And also we have a new program, if you are already a member, that if you order $150 or more, you will always get free shipping with that order of $150. If you have less than $150 order, it's just a flat $8 shipping for no matter what you have in your cart, which is great because some of our laundry products or cleaning products can run kind of heavy, so that no longer affects the price of shipping. And then we have a new loyalty rewards program as well. So you can start kind of for the dollars you spend, start earning points back to spend on other products. Beginning in January is when you can start redeeming some of those loyalty rewards points. And if you are not a member, basically what membership gets you is a 15% discount on all of your products off the retail price. And then again, it can get you the shipping discounts and the loyalty rewards programs. So how you become a member is you can spend $150 on your first order, and you will automatically get free membership with that, as well as free shipping. You can pay a $19.95 fee. It's a one-time only fee, never to be charged to you again, no matter how many products you order. So that gets you a 15% discount on all of your products. Or lastly, we have something called the Prove It Challenge, which is kind of a new challenge that we have with Shackley. It is a kit, and it includes 2 canisters of our Life Shake protein, which I talked about. It includes something called a vitalizer strip, which is basically a vitamin strip that has that Vitally multivitamin in it. It also has the probiotic, and it has some other awesome nutritional products within that strip that you take every day. And then it also comes with a free 7-day cleanse pack as well, which is basically supplements to help your body to cleanse itself. And we have resources available for you for whenever you would be ready to start that 7-day cleanse. It is basically 7 days of eating no gluten, no dairy, no nuts, no legumes. It's kind of really just your veggies, and Stephanie and I have added in some really lean protein with that at times because we felt like our body needed it for that 7 days. But it's kind of just freeing your body from a lot of that heavy stuff that you might eat, and it really does an awesome job at helping with cravings, kind of your sleep, just in general, like the way that you feel during the day. So the idea of the Prove It Challenge is you start with the 7-day cleanse, and then after those 7 days, you do 1 Life Shake a day and your vitalizer strip a day for 30 days. And we guarantee that in 30 days, Shackley guarantees that you will feel better. And if you do not, you can send the products back. They can be empty boxes and you get your money back. That's true with all of Shackley's products. If you try it and you don't like it, you just let them know and they will refund you your money. So there's no like, you have to do it within a week or 30 days. It's whenever. If you decide you don't like the product, then you can get your money back. So if you buy the Prove It Challenge, you get a free membership and free shipping as well with the Prove It Challenge. And actually, Stephanie and I are going to do another webinar, just a little 30-minute webinar next Tuesday as well, that is specifically about that particular Prove It Challenge. So if you've been wanting to kind of kickstart your health into gear, then it would be something that you might be interested in jumping on and just learning about to see if it's something that you're interested in. So again, you can join for $19.95. You can spend $150 and get free membership, or you can purchase the Prove It Challenge and get free membership. And that's free membership for life. So you don't have to purchase a certain amount every month in order to get a discount. It's just simply you're a member for life with Shackley. So if you have any questions at all, or if that was totally confusing, just ask Stephanie or I, and we would be happy to chat with you and hopefully make it simple for you to decide how you'd like to proceed. So thank you so much for joining us tonight. I wish you guys health and happiness. And if there's anything you need at all, just get back to Stephanie or I, and we'd be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.